The boy chose the path of the patriarch. He thought he would enjoy a wealthy and rich life, but those dreams were shattered instantly, because Jin lacked the basic swordsmanship required to be a Runcandle clan member. The world is ruled by the Runcandle clan, specializing in elite sword mastery. The heirs of the clan are granted superhuman abilities and the best swordsmanship to rule the world. The clan embodies virtues of struggling, achieving, and relishing. It is the definition of the last man standing, and that's exactly the clan our protagonist was born into. Jin Runcandle is the youngest son of this clan. His people ridiculed him as the shame of the family and a disgrace to their legacy. Eventually, he was known as the worst swordsman in the history of the whole clan. If you thought your life was shit, just think about his. It's so bad that his fellow clanmates make fun of him for practically picking up a sword because he's so trash. These bug-eyed bitchless loudmouths ridicule him for not being able to wield his holy sword Balasada. Poor guy has no choice but to ignore them. So his brother whacks him with a powerful kick to remind him of his shitty place. He tries to reach for his sword, only to get his hand stomped on. They don't want him to even try swordsmanship since he's so bad. His second brother makes fun of him for carrying notes to help his pitiful situation. To make the situation even worse, they snap his sword and tear apart his notes. This is done as a reminder to Jin that he will forever be the shittiest swordsman and a disgusting wench to their family. When he raises his voice against this unjust act, he gets bullied by his brothers who think they're doing him a favor. Jin's very own siblings tortured him every day, as if his talentless state wasn't enough, but he didn't care about that. He just wanted to try harder and harder to somehow and someday earn the trust of his family. So with that spirit, he gets back up, to make himself worthy of the clan. But unfortunately he isn't getting a Zenkai boost in this universe. Bro gets disowned by his clan, but at least they spared him for trying. Jin was reduced to a vagrant, before inevitably crossing paths with his teacher, and realizing that he too boasted talent. He had a kind of power that was forbidden in his clan, the power to wield magic. 3 years have passed since then. Jin is a busy student hard at work when suddenly he gets swallowed by the shadows. He turns to find a giant entity called Soldaret, the master of the shadows. It's a lucky day for our boy as he's been chosen by a literal god to fulfill a contract. By forming this contract, he will be able to wield the power of shadow and become immune to curses. The god of shadows is surprised when he notices that Jin had been cursed from a young age, which is why he couldn't unlock his talent. The curse called Blade's Delusion suppresses the talent of a swordsman, which is basically a death sentence for someone in the Runcandle family. The god of shadows releases him from this curse and declares that he will become a swordsman with unparalleled abilities. Jin returns to his place and instantly grabs his sword to test out the theory. When he launches his sword in a clean swing, he realizes Soldaret wasn't just capping his powers, he's gained tremendous control over his sword. The worst swordsman of the clan doubles down by using magic and further enhancing his abilities. Finally, everything he had worked so hard